Baseball with a special thank you.
Hello, testing, check.
Test.
Good.
IAFF Roper
Great.
1717 as Nicole Nokovich presents the token of our appreciation.
Let's see. One note. Bourne.
Thank you for your service and dedication. Don't forget to check out our social media channels tonight for more info about our hero of the game. Thank you, Mass State Lottery, for helping us honor these incredible heroes.
So did you do a test drive, David? Okay. That's fine. Yeah, we can figure it out. It's not urgent. Not urgent for right now. Yeah. Slightly better. All right, Tommy Barth. What did he do yesterday? Barth did not play. Winslow did not play. Vittori did not play. Okay. Welcome to a Friday night edition of Harwich Mariners Baseball on the radio, along with Devin Dobek and producer Dave Roberts. My name is Carson Trail. Tonight, it's the Harwich Mariners paying a visit to the Bourne Braves for the first time this year, and part of the second of 4 games in the season series. So far, it was the Mariners who took the first game back at White House Field, 10-2, the final score. My first day being on the Cape, and a lot of stuff has happened to these two teams since then.
Oh yeah, they've gone in 2 relatively similar directions for Harwich. It's been 5-5 baseball over the last 10. Just kind of a lot of ups. They'll win a couple in a row, lose a couple in a row. That's been the theme for them. And Bourne, they've just struggled to close out games. They fall behind early, and when they do that, they struggle to come back. They actually did last night, and it led to a tie. They couldn't pull it off in extras. But for the Bourne Braves, they're a team who's won back-to-back Cape Cod Baseball League championships. So seeing them 5-9-2, obviously the personnel a lot different from those last 2 seasons, but something that a lot of people aren't used to seeing. And it's only a matter of time before they're able to turn it up. I mean, they've got a great pitching staff up and down the board. The bats will come in time once this lineup shakes out a little more consistency. But in the meantime, Harwich going to have their hands full.
Harwich their hands full despite the lack of power from the Braves lineup so far this year. Let's talk about those starting lineups, beginning with the visiting Harwich Mariners at 9-7. They are second in the East Division. It's Ryan Weingartner back in the leadoff spot playing short. Bristol Carter in center field batting second. Henry Godbat, the second baseman, batting third. Michael Anderson batting cleanup playing first base. Jake Ogden, the DH today, batting fifth. Tommy Barth, the right fielder, is batting sixth. Macon Winslow back behind the plate, batting seventh. Vincent Vittori, he's in left field, batting 8th, and Sam McNulty rounding out this Mariner lineup at third base, batting 9th. So far, Harwich's lineup at times has been a little bit inconsistent, especially that 6-9 Sam McNulty off the bench for a base knock yesterday, getting his cracks at the bottom of the order.
Yeah, it's nice to see him out. Of course, he was out with an eye injury that stemmed all the way back from June 26th against the Wareham Gatemen. Sliding into home, got some dirt in his eye, and it got infected. So seeing him get back in the lineup, a guy who's reliable defensively and was really just starting to become a guaranteed hit-a-game guy right before that injury. So seeing him back out there is going to be really exciting for Mariners fans. And yeah, like you said, Carson, if you can get that 6-9 part of the order going, it's going to pay dividends because that heart of the order has been so consistent and great all year long.
Tommy Barth out of the lineup yesterday, but the day before that, a grand slam over the Brewster Whitecaps. So certainly the capability from Barth, from Macon Winslow, who's been swinging the bat well lately, Vittori, and then Sam McNulty, who's been oh so reliable today at the bottom of the order. Let's take a look at Bourne starting 9. At shortstop, batting leadoff, Clay Grady. Camden Kojal is the DH and batting second. Ethan Conrad is in right field, batting third. Braden Holcomb, the third baseman, is in the cleanup spot. Blake Barthold, the second baseman, is batting fifth. Ben Hartle, the catcher, is batting sixth. Davis Gillespie in left field is batting seventh. Matthew Gravelin, the first baseman, is batting eighth. And then Chris Stanfield, with one of 3 home runs total for the Braves, in center field, batting ninth.
Yeah, it's an interesting look for this Braves lineup, but well-coached. Scott Landers has been fantastic for them over the last couple seasons. And, yeah, the power has not been there. Just 3 home runs, as you mentioned, for the Braves this season. They have not hit one yet at Bourne Park, if you can imagine that. So, if anything, they're due. So, we shall see what they're able to bring tonight. But Stanfield, a guy who's been here all season. I mean, tied for the league lead in at-bats, right at the top of those ranks. He could be a guy at the bottom of the order that really is able to jump on the scene and make an impact. But shifting gears a little bit here, Carson. Let's talk about the field. Of course, a 6:30 start time. It was supposed to be a 6 o'clock start time. And then all of a sudden, here we are, $400 worth of sand later and trying to get this ball game on.
Yeah, the infield is still going to be very soft. The grass very slow. So this is going to be the kind of game where if you hit a ball into the gap that gets down quickly, odds of you getting an extra base probably not as high as they would be under normal circumstances. Also, slow rollers on the infield. You see Bristol Carter, just a guy who could make a base hit out of any ball in play. He might get an opportunity, even if he doesn't get all of one. And tonight, you know, being Redshirt Friday, so the hosting Bourne Braves are in their red shirts with Cape Cod scripted in camouflage across the chest, Army camouflage and camo hats. For the Mariners in their road navy blue uniforms with red numbers, Harwich and black lettering. In red, outlined in white across the chest, gray pants and spangled stirrup socks. For those players that taper the pants off just below the kneecap. Brief preview of the pitching matchup. The national anthem about to begin in a couple of moments. Hayden LaFew getting the ball in his 3rd appearance and 2nd start for the Mariners. Last time was against Falmouth. He was very, very good. 5 1/3 innings pitched. 77 pitches, 8 strikeouts, a walk. He hit 4, but was able to evade damage against a struggling offense. And then opposing him, Ben Bybee out of Arkansas.
Yeah, Ben Bybee. It's going to be an interesting campaign for him here. He's making his 3rd start and 4th appearance this season. But he's a guy out of Arkansas who's never going to light you up with the numbers. Made 7 starts each of his last 2 seasons for the Razorbacks. But coming in tonight for Bourne has a .491 earned run average. He's struck out 9, walked 4, and given up 10 hits. So he's not a guy that's going to be really difficult. Harwich got to put bats on baseballs, and good things will happen, especially with the weird field conditions. There's going to be a lot of weird hops and slow rolls, so who knows? Maybe it'll be an unorthodox game, but of course, there's always something new to learn at the ballpark.
We got a good one coming up. For now, let's pause for the national anthem.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Welcome back just before first pitch of the Harwich Mariners visiting the Bourne Braves. Mariners, after a loss yesterday hosting Brewster, play the Braves for the second time this year. Last night, the Mariners with the loss. Last night, the Bourne Braves tied 8-8 after 10 innings. They're the only team to draw two contests last night against the Wareham Gatemen, who are on top of the West Division. The Braves' uneven start to their year. Proved last season that you don't need to have a spectacular beginning in order to have a spectacular finish. The Braves, of course, the two-time defending champions, and they finished fourth in the West Division and still has headed to the pinnacle of Cape Cod League baseball. On the hill, it's the righty Tanner Bybee out of Arkansas. Recap of the lineup: Weingartner, Carter, and Godbout, the first three. Anderson, Ogden, and Barth, the 4 through 6. Winslow, Fattori, and McNulty, the 7 through 9 for the Mariners under Steve Englert, entering at 9 and 7.
Now batting.
Home plate umpire for tonight: Sam Finn. Mickey Garcia is at third, and Mike Rabideau is at first base. We're just about to get underway. Thanks again for joining us, along with Devin Dobek. I'm Carson Trail, producer Dave Roberts alongside. First up, Ryan Weingartner, right-hand batter with some power, but more known for his speed and on-base prowess. Bybee, the mustachioed right-hander, brings his right glove in front of his face, winds and throws. Swing, bounce foul up the third base side. No balls, one strike. The Mariners shortstop hitting .273 with 2 home runs, 7 driven in.
Everything you're looking for in a leadoff guy, though, Carson. Hitting .273, and you can plug him at the top or at the bottom of your order. He finds ways to get on base percentage of .467.
The 0-1. Breaking ball off the plate outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bybee looms over the pitcher's mound, standing well over 6 feet, as the 1-1 is fouled back to the screen.
And he's another guy who can sneak up with his power. You mentioned it already, but the highlight of his season thus far was that game-tying grand slam back at Falmouth on June the 23rd. That made it a 5-5 ball game. Mariners would go on to win, and he's got 2 homers this season.
The long hold from Bybee. Now the 1-2 to Weingartner. Strike 3 called. Outside corner with the fastball, and that's how this game begins.
It's a tough pitch to take if you're Weingartner. He's not the tallest guy standing in there at just 5'11", so that strike, which appears to be right around the letters, maybe a little above him on his jersey, borderline strike you got to protect. It's going to be a consistent zone all night. Granted, that was just the first batter, but now it's time to adapt. If you're Harwich, take notes. Might have been a bit of a high strike, but be prepared to protect.
Now here's Bristol Carter, the first pitch to him. Swing high, pop fly out into shallow right. The second baseman, Barthol, ranges out, makes the call, and puts it away, out number 2. Around the infield for the Braves, it's Holcomb at third, Grady at short, Barthol making the catch. He's at second, Gravelin at first, and then around the outfield from left to right, Gillespie, Stanfield, and Conrad.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Hartle is the catcher.
Number 5, Henry.
And then Ben Bybee, spelled B-Y-B-E-E, out of Overland Park, Kansas. Typical build of an arm recruited by Arkansas. Big and strong, 6'6", his exact height, 235 pounds. First pitch, on the outside corner for a strike to Henry Godbout, right-hand batter, 0-1.
Godbout, a guy who usually likes to attack, so expect him to swing early. Has not walked through his 6 games and 23 at-bats for the Mariners this season.
The 0-1, swing and a swinging bunt out in front of the plate, and the catcher Hartle picks it up in foul ground on a bare hand, 0-2. Just underway, top of the first. 2 up, 2 down so far for Bybee. Godbout hitless yesterday, batting .261, but he's got power, despite no home runs yet for the Mariners. Base is empty, 2 men out. Bybee winds and throws. In the dirt, great breaking ball, and a good take by Godbout. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And you can see, Carson, right around the home plate area, it appears to be really muddy, so that's kind of giving a taste of what the infield might be like here. Really slow and kind of sloppy.
The 1-2. Bounce foul up the third base side out of play. Godbout stays alive. Infield's playing him straight up. The shortstop, Grady, shaded a couple of steps toward the 5-6 hole. Godbout with power to all fields. Down the right field line, it's only 300 feet. So if he were to go the other way, could sneak one inside the foul pole. The 1-2 again. In the dirt. Bounced a foot or so in front of home plate. Check swing, appeal to first. And Mike Rabideau says that Godbout did not go.
Looks like actually they flipped the umpires. Garcia might be down at first now with Rabideau shifting over to third.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Godbout. The pitch on the way. Godbout rips one in the air, deep left field. Gillespie ranges back toward the warning track. He looks up. It's over his head off the base of the wall. Godbout racing around first is into second, standing up. It's a 2-out double, and the Mariners in business on offense in the first.
That ball was crushed that time by Henry Godbout. He had just one extra base hit, which was a double coming into today, and he just got all of that one. And I think the wind might have helped it a little bit. Gillespie didn't seem to be taking a real sharp approach to that baseball. Had trouble tracking it, maybe with the gloomy skies as well. But it just sailed over his head, and he wasn't really going at full speed. Mariners will take it now. They got a runner in scoring position with their lead RBI guy up.
Here's Michael Anderson. No score, top of the first. Godbout at second after the 2-out double. The first pitch to Anderson. He hammers one down the left field line, hooking foul. Off the top of the railing in the left field corner. Not quite home run distance, but Anderson certainly with that sort of power. His only hit yesterday a home run, but he was making hard contact throughout the game, despite the loss to Brewster at White House Field yesterday. 0-1.
So much power, though, for Anderson. 5 home runs. No longer has the league lead after Mahiva Aloy from the Whitey Red Sox with a 3-homer night on the road yesterday. He now leads with 7.
From the stretch, Bybee holds and comes home. Breaking ball just outside. Excellent eye from Bybee's future teammate. Anderson just transferred from Rhode Island to Arkansas. So Razorback against Razorback, right-hander against right-hander. The second baseman Barthol shaded a couple of steps toward second, where Godbout leads. Now the 1-1. Swing high drive into right. Conrad ranges in a couple of steps and to the line. He makes the catch. Inning over. 2-out double for Henry Godbout, but the Mariners do not score. We go to the last of the first. It is Harwich nothing in Bourne coming up on the Harwich Mariners Media Network.
Here at the Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the Lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Bottom of the first with the Braves coming up. First time against the lefty, Hayden LeFew, the lefty out of Wake Forest. His third appearance and second start coming off an outstanding performance against Falmouth.
Yeah, LeFew, a guy who we've seen at his best and at his not so best, but this season comes in with a record of 1-1, a 3.48 earned run average. Crosses now 4 games. This will be his third start, a 1.26 whip, 10 1/3 innings pitched, 14 strikeouts to just 5 walks and 8 hits.
First pitch is a line drive over the leaping try of Anderson, whose sunglasses come flying off. Base hit down the right field line. So Clay Grady makes a turnaround first, and on one pitch, not even enough time to tell you that he was only hitting 182. So he's aboard and a leadoff single for the Braves. Mariners got him into scoring position but couldn't score in the top half of this frame on this overcast day in Bourne. It was raining for the first part of the morning, and then it subsided. Dark gray clouds still suffocating overhead. The lights have taken effect as now Hayden LeFew, the lefty, against Kojal. Left-hand batter, first pitch. Just low, ball one. Camden Kojal. 179 hitter without a home run. LeFew already towering over the pitcher's mound. Comes set, belts high. Getting the sign from Winslow, the catcher. Now he deals. Swinging a ground ball to short, could be two. Weingartner underhands for one. Godbout throws to first. For two, double play. And just as fast as the Braves got a man on, that man was erased. A twin killing, and there are two gone.
That's what we call room service right there. Tailor-made, whatever you want to say. Ground ball right at Weingartner. Plenty of time to get it on a Godbout. And that's something these guys have done together now several times, is turn it around. And perfect. Bing, bang, boom. Two down and bases clear.
Nothing. Bottom of the first for Ethan Conrad. He takes low for ball one. Second straight left-hander to come up against LeFew. This year, off to a red-hot start. Hitting .581. The 1-0. Breaking ball hits sharply on one hop to second. Godbout on the cut of the grass, backhands and throws to first in time. So LeFew faces the minimum and a very quick bottom of the first as we go to the second inning. 0-0, Harwich and Bourne on the Mariners Radio Network.
Hey Mariners fans, whether you're at White House Field or cheering from home, gear up with some official Harwich Mariners merchandise. Order online or visit our booth behind home plate. See you soon, and roll NERS.
Saturday, July 6th. For more information and to RSVP, contact Harwich Athletic ASSOC@gmail.com. We look forward to seeing you all there.
Hey Mariners fans, join us for First Responder Night on July 12th at 6:30 p.m. Cheer on our heroes from Harwich Police, Fire, Coast Guard, Harbor Master, and special guest State Representative Steven Zaros. Make sure to mark your calendars and come show your support for these brave men and women.
Back for the top of the second inning. No score so far between the Braves and the Mariners. Harwich coming up with Ogden, Barth, and Winslow, the 5-6-7. Ogden slowly pacing around the home plate circle, ready to dig in against the righty Ben Bybee. Last outing for the Arkansas Razorback, 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, and 2 earned runs. Walked 4. As the 6-6 righty winds and throws. Breaking ball, called strike one at the bottom of the zone.
And Ogden, a guy who's quickly becoming a fan favorite. He's been here for the duration of the season, participated in 14 of the previous 16 games to this point.
Swing and a miss, strike two.
And just a guy who you really enjoy to watch. He's got a little bit of everything. Pair of home runs this season, 11 runs batted in, hitting .283. Perfect guy to have in this 3-4-5 spot, especially when you parlay him with Michael Anderson.
The 0-2 pitch. Ogden takes strike three called, and he knew it. Right at the bottom of the zone with the fastball, and there's quickly one gone here in the second.
Both those strikeouts looking, it seems like Bybee's done a great job of painting the outer corner, finding ways to get that fastball located and just freeze Harwich hitters very, very well.
Mariners nothing, Braves nothing, top of the second. Now here's Tommy Barth, right-hand batter, also with power. Did not play yesterday, but the game before hit a grand slam as the pitch. Strike one call right at the outside corner. Bybee so far has established the fastball, and he's got that hammer curve to match it. Bybee quickly getting his sign from Hartle, the catcher. Delivers. Swing and a miss. And now Barth is quickly down 0-2. Barth out of East Tennessee State, 297 hitter. Wide open stance, left foot on a toe, angled toward the third base side. Infield playing him back. Bybee taking his time, deals. Barth hits one off the netting above our heads. Pretty good crowd here despite the weather. Hot and sticky and very gloomy.
And with the time change too. It was supposed to be 6 o'clock first pitch, got pushed to 6:30, so credit to all these fans coming out to support the Braves.
Lawn chairs scattered across the grassy berms around us as the 0-2 up and inside. Barth brings his hands over his head trying to avoid it. 1-2.
And just about Bourne Park, it's one of those ballparks you can see the field from just about everywhere. We'll get more into the logistics of that, but
1-2. Swinging a foul tip into the glove of Hartle, strike 3. First punch out swinging for Bybee, and there are 2 gone.
But back to Bourne Park, they've got that tiered kind of shelf-style grass area separated by stone, and you can kind of stagger fans up, so it's almost like bleacher seating, but you bring your own chair. So very comfortable, and then the fence, it's got the chain link all around, so you can see through the fence in the outfield. Really just a great venue for baseball, and they put a lot of time and money into it.
Macon Winslow takes a cut fastball in the outside corner for strike 1. 0-0, top of the second. Harwich trying to bounce back after a loss to Brewster yesterday. Bourne tied against Wareham as the 0-1. Winslow swings and misses. Darting down and out of the strike zone, 0-2.
Bybee's just had everything working, attacking the outer part of the zone against these right-handed hitters, and they've really struggled off speed over the fastball.
Now the 2-strike pitch. Winslow takes just outside.
It's a really good pitcher's pitch that time from Bybee. Starts the breaking ball in the outer part of the plate and just snaps it about 6 inches off at the end. Really good pitch to try and get him to chase.
Bybee shakes off the first side, now comes home. Swinging a foul. The netting around the backstop is pretty tall compared to what we've seen. Fans behind us and dispersed around home plate. Well protected compared to some ballparks. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Infield's playing Winslow straight away. The 1-2. In the dirt, great take. Some clumps of dirt flying up from the lefty box with that. 2-2 to the Mariners catcher. Vince Vittori on deck, he'd be next. Bybee trying to strike out the side. The Braves right-hander delivers. Up and in. Couldn't get the front door slider to land, and Winslow's drawn it full from 0-2. Exactly the kind of at-bats that the Mariners were hoping for early against Bybee. The righty nods at the sign. Now the payoff. Winslow hits a pop-up off the right side in to the tiered seating area.
I think it just caught a young fan in the foot. He's jumping it off, was unable to get the souvenir too. It's a lose-lose scenario that time, Carson.
Yeah, at Fenway Park you get booed. 3-2. Still to Macon Winslow. The long hold and the pitch. Winslow takes. Low and away, ball 4. Borderline pitch that the Bourne faithful wanted, but instead it's the first walk of the game allowed by Bybee with 2 away.
Yeah, I don't know how you let that one go by. Credit to the eye of Macon Winslow. He's only caught an inning, so not all too familiar with the zone, but that time just lets the umpire take his guess. Looks like a coin flip from our vantage point, and he's able to win the battle. Great at bat for Macon Winslow, working it all the way from 0-2. And now you got your leading OBP guy standing in the box, and Vince Vittori.
0-0, top of the second as the pitch to Vittori is off the glove and off the shin guard of Hartle. Ball 1.
Vittori has not had exactly the playing time that a lot of the other guys have had, but in the time he has, he's made it count almost every game. 478 on-base percentage for the Elon Phoenix product.
Right on right, Bybee from the stretch. Kicks and deals. Swinging a foul up over the netting toward the brick buildings behind us. We're at Upper Cape Technical High School. That is the institution to our rear, Bourne Park, home of the Braves. Seen a lot of winning baseball the past couple of years. The twice defending champs struggling at 5-9, fourth in the West Division. The 1-1 to Vittori. Slider called strike 2. Winslow off of first base after the two-out walk. He's got Gravlin holding him. Infield pinch toward the middle, but no need for a double play. Vittori with some speed as Bybee delivers. Swinging a high drive out to left center field deep. Gillespie ranging back, looks up, it's over everybody, and a couple of bounces up against the wall. Winslow rumbling around third, heading home. There will be no throw. Vittori a two-out double to give the Mariners a 1-0 lead.
I tell you what, Vince Vittori is the guy who really wants to be here and exhibit and exercise every moment he has, and that's just a beautiful ball in the gap to give his team the lead. Just his fifth hit across now 17 at-bats, but he's also walked 6 times. I mean, he's been an all-around asset just about every time he's been in the game.
1-0 Mariners, top of the second, and a chance to add on for Sam McNulty. Right-hand batter, a hit off the bench yesterday, awaits the first pitch. Slider, low and away, ball 1. McNulty at third base today. Can play just about every spot in the infield. We've seen him mostly up the middle. Red sliding mitt peeking out of his right back pocket. Bybee delivers. Swing and a miss. Power to fastball by him. A ball and a strike.
And now the Mariners, who wanted to attack Bybee early, got to feel pretty happy with themselves. I mean, think back to Winslow's at bat. He had him down to the last strike in the inning. It was going to be a 1-2-3. Winslow able to work that walk, get down to first base, and then Vittori keeping the inning alive. Credit to the Mariners being resilient.
1-1. Swing ground ball up the middle. Over to his left, Grady, the shortstop, throws to first in time. And the side is retired. The Mariners get the one, and an RBI double from Vince Vittori. They lead 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the second on the Harwich Mariners Media Network.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
One nothing Mariners, bottom of the second. Hayden LeFew after a very quick first inning, facing Braden Holcomb as the first pitch is hit high in the air out toward right center field. Barth and Carter converging. It's the right fielder who makes the call in the catch. Barth makes out number 1 on one pitch.
That's called being efficient if you're LeFew. He's a guy who we know can go deep into ball games, but once he gets knocked around, that's kind of when his leash gets a little shorter. But really good job there, being efficient, attacking the zone, and finding ways to get outs.
We got to hurry and get done with the defense before another inning wraps up under our noses. It's Vittori, Carter, and Barth in the outfield from left to right for the Mariners. McNulty at third, Weingartner at second, Weingartner at short, as the first pitch is a breaking ball up and away to Blake Barthel. Weingartner at short, Godbat at second, Anderson at first, and Macon Winslow the catcher. Phew, the 1-0. Swinging a foul sharply off the left side and over toward the Braves dugout.
Yeah, Salto Lamakia just made a play on that ball off the netting. Snagged it.
Old Salty still got hands. 1 out, nobody on, 1-1 the count. Barthel, left-hand batter, the pitch. Up above the hands, 2 balls and 1 strike. Braves trying to answer back after Harwich scratched across the only run of the game in the previous half inning as the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball exploded out of his hand on the outer part of the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Braves second baseman only hitting 200 as the pitch. Swinging a sharp line drive on one hop to Anderson, who fields the short hop and jogs to first in time. 2 away.
It's a great play by Michael Anderson. Those line drives, you're not sure exactly when they're going to touch down, but he's able to get down on one knee, get his whole body in front of it, and really make a nice clean scoop, get to the bag, win the foot race. Really good masterclass play that time from Anderson.
We talk about so much of his bat and his power, but he's been very sure-handed over there at first as of late. With 2 outs and nobody on, here's Ben Hartle, the pitch. Off the inside corner at the knees, ball 1.